Hi, this is Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. I wanted to show how I made this. It's called a twisted easel card. Instead of it being right out, it comes out and it twists sideways. And all the ones I saw on different other people's blogs and the YouTube, they were square. Well, I like to make my cards the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I just tried to figure out how to make it. And this is what I came up with. You're going to start off by taking a piece of cardstock, and it measures 4 1/4 by 9 3/4. Then you're going to score it. I don't have a score pal. So what I do is I use my cutter. And I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. You just put it in just like you're going to cut it. And right on your cut where you're supposed to be cutting at, I'm just going to use my bone folder and score it. Okay, and that's where I have my little score mark right there. Now, this other piece here, I'm going to score it at an angle. And as you can see, it's angled down towards the middle, down towards the fold. So I need to score it this way. And all you do is you match your points up and score it. And I got from point to point, and I'm just going to fold it in. And that's how it's cut. That's how it's folded. Okay? Now for my card base. All I did was made my card base. I just matched up with some colors. The bottom one has to be the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I just cut my other ones the size that I wanted to have the extra on the sides of it. And I'm just going to tape this down. It could be any size you want, but this is the size that I just wanted this to have a small border around it. And you line it up to have your borders all even. Okay, and then you put your next border on. Okay, then you're going to put your image, and you can use whatever image you want and whatever size you want to fit where you want it to do. And I'm going to do the same thing with my image. I'm going to glue it, tape it down. Now I'm going to put my image. It could be an image, it could be a die cut, it could be flowers, it could be whatever you want to be in your as your focal point on your card. I'm having trouble with my tape here today. This is just a digital image that I colored with the Copic markers. This is one of Mo's. Now, I want to put this to the side over here. But I want to pop this up on dimensionals. Okay, what I want my image popped up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a few dimensionals on the back. Okay, so before I put it onto my card, I have some Martha Stewart craft seam binding. I like this for ribbon also. So I want to put a piece of ribbon right here. And I want to see exactly where I'm going to sit this. Oh, I can go ahead and put it on. And I want this over to the side with just a hint of the colors in the back showing through. Then I want my ribbon over here, and all I'm going to do is flip it over once I find where I want it. I'm going to use a piece of tape, just regular Scotch tape, after I see where I want it at, and tape it down on the back to hold it in place while I tape it to the card. Turn it over to see if that's where I want it. I want it over a little bit more. And then I have this ribbon, and this was just white flowers, and I used a Copic airbrush with the colors that are in the pinkish colors that are in her dress, and I just airbrushed the white flowers, and then I put a button by Stampin' Up! That also matched her dress, and I'm just going to put a dot of glue there to hold that down. So now all you got to do is you're going to take your card, and as you can see on the back of this one, it's only going to adhere to this bottom part right there. So this is how your card is going to set up. Okay, now with this card being on the back like this, because this isn't a total, just a easel card, I don't like that showing on the back, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of cardstock. You can take the same cardstock, you can take white cardstock to match your base, and I'm going to just take a piece of cardstock and cut it to cover the back, which is the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, I'm going to glue the back of the card where it fits, where I want it to come out for the twist it. And it's this corner right here to match this corner down here. And then make for sure it doesn't go above the back. There. So when your card sits out, it twists like this. I like it to twist. For me, you can have a twist any way you want to. I like mine to twist and land right there. But first I'm going to put some dots on my ribbon, on my flower. To adhere my flower down. I'm going to lay it back down, and this is where I want my flower to fit. Now I want it to be inside of my card, so when it goes on the in the envelope, it stays inside. Now I also like to put a couple of the clear rhinestones down to give it a little bit more of a jazz. Just a couple down on this ribbon here. Like that. Now you'll need somewhere for your card to stop at, for it to rest on, to stop. So you need to sit something down in there. Now to have the card stand up where I want it to stand up, you need something for it to rest on. All I did was took a little stamp that I had that said Happy Easter. It's one of those dollar stamps that I got at Joann Fabrics. I took my color block chalk ink, and then I used the same backgrounds that I did on the card, and all I'm going to do is I put it up on Pop Dots. I figure out exactly where I want my twist to rest. And I centered my Happy Easter. And that's where I want it to rest, right in front of it, sitting right like that. Then you can write on here, or you can always open it up and write on the full inside. And the card will go into the envelope just like that. It'll still fit in your envelope. And then to open it up, you can open it up right there, and they can write whatever sentiment. I found this to be another very easy card to make. Just had to play and figure it out. This one is made with the buttons sitting on it for it to rest on. Right here, it rests on the buttons. And it folds up and goes right inside of the 5.5 by 4 1/4 inch card. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye.